All right. Y'all know what time it is. Straight to Twitter. See the news. See if we got some news we can use. You dig? Jesus. Jesus. Okay, she thing. Damn, boy, that train loud. um, all right, boom. Straight to Fear Buck. Let's get it. Um, Arman, is it Arman Sarukin? I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Uh, Invited this guy on his private jet and hooked him up with good food after he asked if he could hop on board. Okay, Big W's new God of War spinoff game, God of War Laura Fee. Laura Faye? Follows Faye after the she's awakening everything. Dangers, afterlife, and mythological powers. So basically, the next God of War game is gonna be a woman and not a man. Okay, I don't know who's. I never played God of War, bro, but we need Kratos. You know what I'm saying? What's up, bro? You having a good day? Pretty much, bro. I can't call it. What you been up to, MJ? Kratos finally cocking out. Um, but we don't want to play her. I'm not banned. We're gonna see. Wait, what? We're going to see the kind of women Kratos is into. Come on, fix it. Oh man. Big W's, I guess, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Victor Wembanyama will be the cover. Well, will be the next. Victor Wembanyama will be on the cover of the next 2K, 2K17. Which, if I'm being all the way 100, I thought about this. I want to say like 3 days ago. I was like, man, who gonna be on the cover of 2K27? Baby, did I just say 2K17? But 2K27, and I thought it was gonna be Wemby. Makes sense. Benadon got special access to stream the NBA Media Day in practice and was left in the off the scene with room Yama towering beside him. I mean, of course, because the game ain't here, so. I ain't gonna lie, that's a big W. Streaming being backstage. Sean Strickland posted AI generated photo of himself beating up transgender influencer. Okay. Don't know how much I care about that. When you're a few streamer, that makes you like the stream, up and subscribe. We on twitch.tv/shop from the shot is my YouTube name, links in the description. Make sure you like the stream right now. Like the stream, like the stream, like the stream, like the stream. What's that word? Dallas Productions. And Keelan. What's that word, man? Okay, how much Selena Powell tells 50 Cent that his meat is no bigger. Jesus. Yo, appreciate whoever just subscribed, man. I don't know who that was. It's gonna pop up in a minute, but appreciate that. Selena Powell tells 50 Cent that his meat is no bigger than Diddy's after he tried clowning him over his meat size. Selena Powell has publicly claimed that previously she hooked up with 50 Cent and made various allegations about their encounter. Yeah, Selena Powell is known for just being like, you see what I'm saying? To my yours is no bigger, my love. Jesus Christ, bro. Why she just cook him like that? Jesus. So this is what happens when you have a legion. Wait, what? This is what happens when you have a legion of witnesses. 50 Cent received such a loud comeback. Funny, I heard this rumor before and thought he had a magic stick. What? Bro tried to troll, accidentally summoned a witness. Jesus. Says he has over 100 bodies, has stuck around with everyone mostly. She's like a punching bag. Throw some money at her. If you get lucky, easier to crack. Jesus, boy. W's, I guess. Cristiano Ronaldo and LeBron James for Nike's latest ad. I mean, of course, of course. I ain't gonna lie, these Nike slides said AI, or is the logo really like that? Nah, the logo is really like that on these slides for these Nike joints. Them Nike slides is tough, bro. I need me a pair of them. I can't even front. W Bron and W Cristiano Ronaldo. ISO Speed face application I check up on him amidst leaving the Sidemen's, only to find out he's on a bus full of KSI lookalikes. What? First of all, how many people do you actually think look like KSI? Appreciate you for subscribing, baseball player 123. Appreciate that. That's big dubs. Speed got 54 million subscribers. That's crazy. I gotta look up when I get off stream today. I'm looking up how you get this live sub counter thing on your screen. I need to put that on my screen, bro. It'd be tough. a Milwaukee Lutheran graduated. Uh, wait, graduate was reunited with her sister during the graduation ceremony after she returned from serving overseas in the military. Okay, let's see if this is a W. Big dubs. Okay. After releasing, huh? After releasing a statement, after releasing a statement claiming she was a victim following Lisa statement involving her, Diddy, and Sly Diggler, aka the Punisher. First of all, bro, the fact that they just y'all don't have to throw this man's name. Like, come on, man. Let's chill, man. So they later posted a video. She later posted a video asking if size matters. She then proceeded to wait. She then reduced the price of her personal website content by 85%. Well, of course, because that's great marketing for her. Because whoever leaked it is like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Now she might as well just go full fledged busting it open, but who knows, bro? 50 Cent, this was your baby mama, man. Yeah, 50 Cent, come on, man. You gotta chill out, man. You feel me? Jabari Brown, who won. Wait, what? Jabari Brown, who won Mr. Beast's private jet in a giveaway, was reportedly arrested in in Paraguay after authorities seized over 507 pounds of cannabis. And a private jet said to be connected to him. Huh? This might be the first time Mr. Beast has ever been connected to something nuclear. He gave a private jet to somebody who was out here uh, trafficking weed. He was like, "Man, I'm gonna be able to traffic so much weed, bro." Where is Piragana? Paraguay? I know the comments either they going crazy nuclearly treating him, or they like, "Damn, boy." Say everybody, wait, everything about Mr. Beast is starting to feel fake as hell. No, Mr. Beast created a drug meal. Well, I can't. Well, yeah, this did. I didn't even think about that. This being connected to Mr. Beast, like, just how Mr. Beast really make his money. Oh, wait, was that connected to him? Browns briefly detained as a hardcore pilot was released without charge after the prosecutor determined that there was no doubt. See, I gotta start reading this at the bottom. Connection of drugs that was on the plane. Wait, the plane was not the one that he won from Mississippi. Okay, bet. Okay, so he not booked. Good thing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Damn, slow news day, huh? Maybe it ain't. Let's go. Let's see what Yoxic got going on, man. I ain't checked Yoxer in a minute. Never seen one call a dealer a punk after hitting for nearly $1 million. Jesus, boy. Like, how do people be doing this? What is he playing? Like 50,000 a hand? 100,000 a hand? If you're in the stream right now, man, make sure you like the stream up and subscribe. Like the stream up and subscribe. Like the stream up and subscribe. We on twitch.tv/shot from the shot, man. Same as my YouTube name. Links in the description. Come to the Twitch. Make sure you subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow me on Twitch if you got Twitch too. But let me see this man hit for $1 million. There's no way. I ain't gonna lie, that's nuclear, bro. You hit for $1 million? Come on, bro. One week ago, Lacey revealed he sold all his personal assets and put every dollar in his name into Bitcoin, claiming he knew something that other people didn't know. Since then, Bitcoin has gone down 11% in value. In value at eight. In value at an $8,000 decrease. Jesus Christ, I can't read. Shout out to him. Maybe it'll go back up. It should go back up. I don't know. Man was seen in New York City hiding a sign this afternoon hinting at a huge Fortnite announcement this Friday. It's a Fortnite event. Okay. The guy revealed he spent a $1.3 million check in 1 week, just 18 years old, never even checked his bank account. I didn't think about it. It was gone. It took many years. Okay. Song of the summer, chart #1 for the past 2 weeks. Since Iceman dropped, I don't really care. JC found out Ubisoft stock is currently down 91%, a record low in the past 5 years, just moments after his Rainbow Six Siege game crashed. Wow. Obi? I thought it was Ubi. Yeah, I know that's probably super cheap right now. That's probably like pennies on the dollar. What's that word, Obi? King Kings, how you doing? Doing pretty good, bro. I see you drinking that gin. Where's the juice? Nah, that's water, brother, man. That's water. That's ice cold water. Well, ain't no ice in it, but it's cold water. Adrian Broner reveals 2 girls stole $800,000 worth of jewelry after sleeping with him. Said I was tripping. I know I can go. I was tripping. I know I can go make some more money. So I know if I kill these bitches, then okay. I mean, he is a boxer, so. which is a fact. And AB probably talk about like him at the height of his career. You know what I'm saying? So, what's the topic of the day? Nah, not boxing. I'm just going over. I'm going over anything that's in the news right now. But that was Adrian Broner talking about how he slept with two women and they stole $800,000 in jewelry from him the same night that he slept with them, which is an L on his end. But shout out to him. This just been spotted setting up a billboard in LA for the future and up and coming Tap Caps launch. Bennett Dontra ex NBA rookie for a contract with the Spurs. First of all, you not nobody shooting 62 to 65% from three, especially not in the NBA, not from the corner. Well, unless you taking like two or three threes like every other game and you hitting two of them every time, or maybe four. No, four would be yeah, like two or three threes a game and you hitting two every time. Yeah, you'd be like 60 something. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You wanna know what's crazy? Carter Bryant looks small on the NBA court compared to everybody else. But him standing next to Ben and Ben got to do one of these, like bro, standing next to an NBA player as another grown man that's not as tall as them has to be the most embarrassing thing of all time because all of them is looking at you like this. They all looking down at you, gang. Like, do you know how crazy it would be to stand next to Victor Wembanyama, bro, and you have to talk to him like this, literally? Like, yeah, man. So what's going on with you? You feel what I'm saying? That's disrespectful. We gotta stand like 10 feet apart so I can look. You know what I'm saying? Look at you like even then your head still gotta be like this, but that's nuclear, bro. W's though. Dokane. I don't even know what the hell she's saying. Well, this car's strong as fuck. I ain't gonna lie, that clip was genuinely funny, bro. Why every time I see a Canelo Joseph clip, he get impressed, bro? Canelo Joseph got pressed by a girl for getting caught looking at her chest. What? I mean, he looked for like 1.25 seconds. Maybe she just wanted to get that clip off because she felt like she was on stream. So I don't really know, but the W Canelo Joseph, I guess. North, east, west, south news. What? Um, totally disregarded Caleb Hammer's recent advice about going broke and instead hit for blackjack. Well, hit a blackjack hand for 30,000. I ain't gonna lie, gambling might be the most degenerate thing of all time, man. To look at it closer, it's a a what? Abrasive? Abbreviated? Abbreviated? What's abbreviated, bro? I don't know how I just couldn't pronounce that word, but that's on me. What's abbreviated, gang? Oh, news, nigga, shut up. Obi, you got me thinking you said something important. Yo, but if you in here, make sure you come to the Twitch stream. Lord Chair God represented himself today in court. It was awarded and was awarded a restraining order against his baby mother. Jesus. Joe Nuke is gonna help us shake it to Boss Man D-Lo's new Motion Party remix with Megan Thee Stallion. I see. I see he got a. I see. What was I finna say? I see Bossman D-Lo got another hit. Yeah, that nigga might be dyslexic. Shout out to him though. Let me check out this other what's the name? Yeah, I don't care about any of this anymore. Get to the reactions. On to the reactions, y'all. Where's that Patrick CC video? Here it is. How Nickelodeon betrayed SpongeBob's creator. Hold on, let's do that one more time. How Nickelodeon betrayed SpongeBob's creator by Patrick CC. Let's get into it. I'm with you on that, Obi. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they took SpongeBob off the air a long time ago. Like when I was a kid, I thought they been stopped making SpongeBob episodes. I thought they stopped making SpongeBob episodes in like 2012. Maybe I was like completely wrong about that. Maybe at that time I was like, man, I'm not a kid no more, so I don't really. Why I was a kid still, but I'm like, man, I don't really care about watching SpongeBob, so maybe I just thought they stopped making them. Maybe like 2015, I was like, SpongeBob don't come on anymore. It's all rerun episodes. But they kept making these joints. That's crazy. What? Wait, after 05? Wow, bro. So he wanted SpongeBob to stop after season 3? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That did that. If I'm thinking about it like that, that is kind of crazy. But I mean, if that was his, well, then again, Nickelodeon is so they so wild, bro. You seen what was his name? Dan Schneider, Dan whatever his name, the dude that made iCarly and Victorious and all that. He was obsessed with feet. That dude. You see how weird he was. So that's crazy, bro. He only wanted to be 3 seasons. I ain't gonna lie. The first 3 seasons of SpongeBob is goated though. Can't lie about that. W minoring. Bob the Sponge. I ain't gonna lie. I never knew who made SpongeBob for real. For real. This is dope that I'm finding out about this guy just now. You do reactions and breakdowns on your channel a lot. Why don't you just wait? Why don't you just do the same on stream, then upload it? That's what I do, Luke. That's really what I'm doing right now. It just depends on how would I say this? It just depends on what I react to and when I upload it. See what I'm saying? Most stuff I'll look at and be like, all right, look, it's a certain time and place when I do upload it or when I will upload it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I just watch it. My reactions that I'm doing, I do them on Twitch, so I can extract the video from the VOD and then throw it on YouTube. Soon I'll just upload like the whole VOD and I make a VOD telling all that, but that's later on down the line. Feel what I'm saying? But that's what I do, bro. I just watch it on Twitch. The Twitch link. I'm surprised that link not pinned in here, bro. I don't know. It'll be pinned in here soon, I guess. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing. If you in here, make sure you like the stream and subscribe. Wow. The fact that he hand drew all these like kind of almost like sketch art, maybe that is sketch art. I'm not really a huge knowing of the arts guy, but it's dope that he drew all of this like in I guess you could say a sketch form or whatever. That's tough. Really? Pineapples mean friendship or like welcome? That's tough. I just thought pineapples was always like extra juicy fruits. W's. That's a fact. Love your Kobe show. Appreciate that. A $10 million bill. Shout out Mr. Krabs, man. Facts. I never noticed that the Krusty Krab was a lobster trap. Yeah, everything in this joint was intentional, bro. See, this is why the first three seasons will always be goaded. This is tough. The big W's for my childhood and everybody else that's around my age too, man. W's for us. Jesus. Ah, is that why that explosion always shows up too? Nah, that's tough, bro. I can't lie to you. big W's. For one, to my Arnold Under the Sea. Hey Arnold is already a thing, and he already lives on Earth, bro. Not even on Earth, but in his own neighborhood, and he's not underwater. Why would we take Hey Arnold and just put him? See, this shows me that people who are in Hollywood know nothing about making TV shows or movies, or if they do, they think, you know what, we could make this one spinoff of this show, and if we when we make this one spinoff and it bangs, we know exactly what we doing. We know how to make good TV shows, but not to account for the other 30 that were all duds and didn't work. Come on, bro. Like why do people in Hollywood do that? Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I put out one banger one time, but I also put out 27 other shows that was all garbage and trash and nobody liked them. This is tough. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. For some reason, I thought the SpongeBob voice always. I thought it was voiced by somebody who had like. I thought they were saying the lines, but they end up changing their voice, not changing their voice themselves. But after the lines was recorded, they went through and like, how would you say, like auto tuned the voice to make it sound like that. But he actually does this. This is tough. Voice actors might be the coolest people on the planet, bro. At least in my opinion. That's tough. W's. Let me guess. This guy right here played Mr. Krabs. One dude plays Plankton, Larry the Lobster, and Fred. That's bro. Come on, bro. I knew it, bro. I knew it. Bro, this is crazy. This is like my whole childhood being unraveled. It's like you waking up on Christmas and you like, man, I know what's in this package, but I really don't know what's in this package. Let me unwrap this joint, and you just keep picking stuff out. And it's like, oh, it's getting better and better and better. This is tough. Of course. Wouldn't it also make him filthy rich though? Facts. I'm ready. So they wait, what? House has a cylinder head, with the convex sides on the top of his head and his mouth line are convergent. Yeah, that's trash, bro. A lot of these are memed out too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. SpongeBob was the best show to make stuff that is extremely absurd look basically normal. SpongeBob going into a dome under pretty much a dome that is underwater, but there's no water inside of the dome because a squirrel lives on the inside, and this squirrel can't survive underwater. Like, come on, bro, this is nuclear. I remember this. This episode did scare the hell out of me when I was a kid. I can't lie. The episode did terrify me. Yep. he got pissed because he couldn't hold the jellyfish catching net thing, and then Patrick stuck it in his hand. Yo, SpongeBob is too goaded. I remember this. This episode was peak. This episode was peak, bro. That's a fact. Yes, I feel like that is what's missing. You and I'll say this and I'll keep saying it. You want to know what killed the whole like under not like too inappropriate like where it's like oh this might be on some PDF activity I'm talking about where it's inappropriate like I you can get this off with and adults will know what they talking about but kids will be like oblivious to it and be like oh whatever it's just like some fun that's it. That's what cartoons are missing today. What killed that? Wokeness. The whole, I'm sorry to say this, but the Me Too movement and the, you know what I'm saying, the, I guess you could say feminist thing, that killed it, bro. You can't do none of this today. I don't even know what they finna say, and I know it's finna be nuclear. Yes, there we go right there. When when Patrick told when Patrick told Mr. Krabs, I guess you're gonna miss the panty raid. He panty raid. Me as a kid watching this, I remember watching this episode. Didn't know what they was talking about. Like, what is he talking about, gang? Okay, this doesn't make any sense to me, but maybe they just gonna go steal candy or something. See what I'm saying, bro? This will never be on TV. They'd be like, why would you want kids to know about it? It's too much. That's peak, bro. Facts. Jesus. You want to know what's crazy? This was during the time where if you see, and I was a kid during this time, so I know. This was during the time where even if you sat in the crib as much as you wanted to, bro, and as much TV as possible, there was going to be a moment during the day where you were gonna get bored and you wanted to go outside and do something. Play in the grass, get dirty, go to the park, play basketball, play football, play catch. You see what I'm saying? Anything. Like play freeze tag. Well, me as a kid, I used to have rock fights, so that might not be on the level of most people and what they would perceive as fun. But this was fun, bro. Like that was fun. The whole, oh yeah, bro, let's get in this block, let's get in this box and play and all that. You know what I'm saying? This is this is peak, bro. Peak childhood, bro. Kids nowadays, I don't they got iPads and Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus. They will never experience this, bro. Some kids probably do go outside, but other kids it's like, nah, you'll never experience this type of fun, bro. Yep. Damn, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. If I'm being 100, hindsight being 2020, bro. If Yeah, hindsight being 2020, bro. If SpongeBob would have ended after 3 seasons and then ended with the movie, that would have been peak. That would have it would have been peak. Well, what would we do? Because SpongeBob and them really almost die at the end of the movie. If most people was, I don't know about the new SpongeBob movie. I heard they dropped another one. I'm not watching that. I'm talking about the original. The original SpongeBob movie. SpongeBob and Patrick almost die at the end of the movie. Then they get brought back to life or whatever the case may be by David Hasselhoff, somebody, I forget. But that would have been peak. Even if they would have died at the end, it'd be like, yo, long live SpongeBob, and then boom, on to the next. No more SpongeBob cartoon. That would have been peak, bro. Just being, if I'm being 100, that would have been peak. Other seasons after this was good, but I think the first 3 seasons are just the best. What you mean he was still able to leave and get a cut of the merchandising, bro? Steve was supposed to be getting, well, okay, yeah, the merchandise did sell over 750 million. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I'm him, he should have been like, yo, half of this is mine. Half of this money, this goes to me. Because SpongeBob, we talking early 2000s, was selling merch out of, you know what I'm saying, out the wazoo, bro. Um, Imagine what they were selling after it just kept airing. It's just crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. His estate or whatever, bro. They need to. I hope they getting a whole lot of paper, man, bro. But what about the episodes that was airing? Like he need to be getting royalty checks from that. What? He worked on Samurai Jack and Danny Phantom. Come on, bro. Danny Phantom. Danny. I forget how the song goes, but Danny Phantom, another classic. Samurai Jack, another classic. These are bangers, bro. Facts. And look how high def it was too, though, bro. Like when I watched the SpongeBob movie back, I'd be like, bro, even though this movie dropped, when did this movie drop? I forget when it dropped. Oh 06, oh 05, oh 07, somewhere around there. This movie dropped at the right time, bro. It dropped at the right time to the point where it's like, yo, man, you can't get better than this. I don't know if the second SpongeBob movie is any good, but I'm gonna assume the sequel is not as good as this one, the original. Yeah, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The fact that he did lose the IP of the show kind of cooked it. It's like, yeah, this our show now. We get to do what we want type activity. So okay, so season one was basically what, like an 8.5. If we did it, if we ranked it, season two basically, well, if we ranked it, it'd be a 9, pretty much. Season three, mm, another 9, and then season four was barely an 8. That's crazy, bro. I remember that. Wow. I kind of did low key feel like this about these seasons too, but I was a kid watching them, so I didn't really know what was going on. So I was like, okay, maybe this just different SpongeBob. But I did kind of find that watching these episodes is much more like it was more like a blur or like a cog in a machine. Like, this don't really seem too good, but I guess this is where it's going, so I'm gonna keep watching. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, ain't gonna lie. Whoever the writers were for uh, SpongeBob after season three, whoever the writers were for these other previous seasons were idiots. And the crazy part is that kids like me was watching this and being like, "Oh man, bro, this is still SpongeBob," not noticing that like, "Yo, bro, why all these changes happening and why is the episode so trash now?" Well, I don't really remember this episode. I remember this. Jesus. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I was low key just gonna say that. The fact that this started right after Steven Hillenberg stopped writing the episodes or stopped being the stopped writing the episodes and being the focal point of like, yo, this is what we putting out. The fact that it started right after he left is insane, bro. And it's so much more noticeable now that I'm an adult and I can look back on this and be like, yeah, these episodes were trash. Seasons 1 through 3 were the best seasons. Everything else after that was totally doo doo. Wow. Yes. Me too, bro. I just said that. I said that about the not the jellyfish joint, but was it the jellyfish joint? No, not the jellyfish one. Whichever one with with the Patrick and the thumb thing and Squidward and them bullying him, and I was like, yeah, them episodes at that time did feel weird, but I was like a kid, so I'm like, maybe I'm just tripping. What is this? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. This was too much. Like that, and you can tell. And I guess this was them keeping up with the times or trying to keep up with the times, but this killed SpongeBob for real, for real. Yep. I don't even remember that. That seems about right too. Avatar: The Last Airbender was well at least I can say during when I was a kid. At least yeah, and that was in 2008 2009. Avatar: The Last Airbender. People love that show, bro. I remember being in school and all everybody could ever talk about was Avatar. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Um, this was me like phasing out of Sponge. Well, I probably been phased out of SpongeBob by this time, but I didn't know that any of this was ever created. I just remember everything from yeah. The first season was released in '99. I remember all of those episodes and everything leading up to like 2010, 2011, possibly, or like '09, 2010, for real. Yo, my man, you can't say that you can't say what he would have done, nor you can't say what he would have did, because he's no longer here to speak for himself, bro. Him saying, "Yo, I would never do a movie," but knowing that they were in the makes of a movie, and he was like, "I'm probably considering this. I'm probably not. I don't know, but I'm not really thinking about the movies right now. We working on it. We working on an episode. They probably came and talked to him about it. He ended up doing a movie." But spinoffs, like he said in general, SpongeBob is the core of the show. And it's about how he relates to all the other characters. Why would the other characters need their own shows, bro? And these shows about SpongeBob SquarePants, not Patrick the Starfish. Like, come on, bro. This guy got to be an idiot. Facts. Let me see what this is, bro. Bigger, better, more absorbent. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Making waves in our world. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Sponge out of water. Never seen this. SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Sponge on the run. Saving Bikini Bottom. The Plankton movie, and whatever this is. I've never seen any of these, bro, besides the original one. I don't know if this is the original, but come on, bro. Yeah, they just rinsed SpongeBob dry, and the one that fell off and it sucked now. W video, Patrick CC. W Steven Hillenberg. L Nickelodeon. W season 3 of the W first 3 seasons of SpongeBob. W movie right after. Everything else sucked though. Some decent episodes in between after season 4, but everything else was like blah, terrible. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it though, man. What videos was I gonna do after? Let's go with. We gonna do. Wait, where's it at? Let's go Jeff. Then we gonna go Jimmy High Roller. It's Over by Jeff. See what he got going on, man. Not gonna lie to you, Cleveland. Y'all got fleeced. I don't know if y'all thought Myles Garrett was on his last legs, but y'all traded him for Jared. Jared Verse is definitely a great piece because Jared Verse is nice. But Jared Verse and 1 first round pick, y'all couldn't have got 3 first round picks from them. Idiots. Come on, bro. Jesus, Jeff, what was that haircut, boy? That was nuclear. But yeah, oh, Jeff is a Niners fan. Jeff, you a Niners fan, bro? Yeah, y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked, bro. Shout out Brock Purdy and Mac Jones and them and all that, man. But yeah, y'all, it's over with y'all, bro. Y'all ain't winning nothing. Wait. Okay, they got Jared Verse. They got a 1st round pick in 2027 next year, 2nd round pick in 2028, and they got a 3rd round pick in 2029. All that for Myles Garrett. Yeah, they got fleeced. Yeah, this I ain't gonna. Did this work wonders for the Bears? Kinda, not really though. I mean, I could say this did better for the Bears than it did for the Raiders, though, bro. Because they got a first round pick 2019, 2020, third round pick, and then a sixth round pick in 2019. And we should have won the Super Bowl or went to the Super Bowl in 2018. But they, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. He got some. He got an Asian jump. Okay, okay, Miles. Good. I see you with the Asian jump, man. Asian, you know what I'm saying? Little Asian thing. So his man's was like, "Hey, yo, my man, the Rams finna get him, bro. McVay finna go ahead and do his thing. You need to get him now, bro. W McVay, man. He pissed. Terrible pick. W shout out Trey Lance though, man, but this was a garbage pick, boy. I mean, I don't think no other teams really had nothing to offer him, bro. The only other team I could say that probably could have gave up something would probably been the Raiders. They could have gave up Crosby and a couple picks, bro. But everybody else, the Browns said that they weren't really interested in talking about trading them until they offered Jared Verse. I don't think that the 49ers got I don't think they got nobody on defense to even offer, bro. From being 100, like, and yeah, I'm saying this as a Bears fan. I don't think we got nobody to offer. We'd have had to offer them Montez Sweat and like three other dudes. Maybe it was that weak ass cowboy hat he had on. Jesus. Yep. that'll make them talk and be like, oh man, I bet we get Jared Verse, we get one of their best pass rushers, and we can give up Miles Garrett. Let's try to get a first round pick from him too. And then the Rams like, I bet we'll do that. All right, would y'all give us like a second round pick too? Yeah, we'll do that. What about a third round pick? Yeah, we'll do that too. Okay, bet, so deal. And he's like, I bet. And they probably hung with the phone. Was like, he just fleeced they stupid ass. I mean, at the same time, you can't blame the general manager for that. The owners was willing to do that. The owners pays up that bread. So they was really, and they really hold the picks. It's like I bet I do send my GM in to do all this dirty work, but it's like, yo, if the owners don't want to give up dude, then the GM can't do nothing. It's like, yo, we not trading him. Everybody, we not trading this guy right here. The owner, I forget his name. I forget buddy name, but he wanted to give Deshaun Watson that 230 or $250 million fully guaranteed. Yeah, Byron Young. I look, he was just gonna say that too. Like that, they ain't even offering him Byron Young, bro. Like two people. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, the Rams probably our kings of making trades just to get all the way to the Super Bowl and win it, and that's why they gave Matthew Stafford that overly. I should have knew something was up when they gave Matthew Stafford that overly fat 1 year deal. They was like, yeah, man, go ahead and sign this 1 year deal worth like $35 million. Should have knew they was up to something, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a that's a bright ass shirt, double bags. Appreciate you noticing that, Dick Rider. I mean, they kind of are good at drafting, bro. They drafted didn't they draft Dre Greenlaw before he tore his Achilles? They drafted Fred Warner. They drafted Nick Bosa. They drafted Brock Purdy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did do pretty. They didn't draft Trent Williams because Trent Williams was in the league for a long time already. But they drafted some pretty good guys, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't be mad at them game. They do pretty well. Well, I mean, they did give up 49ers decision to give up 3 first-round picks to move up for Trey Lance is the worst draft they move of all time. Yeah, that was pretty terrible. And then they picked up Brock Purdy last pick in last year's draft. When Brock Purdy in the same draft as Trey Lance, or was that? I think that was the year after, the next year, 2022. They got him as the last pick, and then they moved on from Trey Lance, which was crazy work. Big W's, man. W video, Jeff. I hope you and your Niners do quite well against what's his name, Miles Garrett. But y'all probably won't. But that's even better though. W's though, man. W's all across the board. Let's get this Jimmy High Roller joint. This tells me I need to get a desk, bro. Like me doing these videos. Me doing these videos on my bed will never tear up my back, bro. Pause. He's already the best player. Hold on. Jesus. He's already the best player in the world. That's Jimmy High Roller. Let's tune in and see what he got going on, man. Come on. Let's get to it. Chet Holmgren. Okay. James Naismith. Ever since Julius Randle played basketball, he would feel like Oppenheimer. W. Jimmy High Roller. W. Ad, man. If we be in the hunt to number number one pick to be crowned best player in the league, yeah, because for MJ it didn't he didn't become. I don't care what people that watch basketball in the 80s or 90s say. MJ didn't become that guy until he won, I think, his first or second championship. And Bron didn't become that best player in the world until really his first and second championship, which was 2012-13. Because pre championship Bron, it was all Kobe. Kobe was still the best player, and then after Bron went on his he lost in 2011, then won in 2012. Boom, yeah. So yeah, I can say this. Then again, we'll probably have to check the numbers, right? I'm not putting Shea in there. I throw Jokic in there. Shea, after this playoff performance, nope. Hold on. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was drafted in '09 when Derrick Rose won that MVP 2011. So Wemby might not be the only one, bro. Tim Duncan. Well, no, Tim Duncan was in the same. Wasn't Tim Duncan in the same draft as Kobe? No, Tim Duncan was drafted in '99. Was he? No, Tim Duncan was in the same draft as Kobe. He won a championship in '96. Was that his rookie season? I don't know. Damn, then Shaq. Yeah, so yeah, I get you. And see, but most people would be like, "Oh, bro, Will Chamberlain, bro, he was the biggest dude out there. He was hooping against first grade teachers. He was hooping against dudes who swept up trash on the sidewalk before the game. That don't matter, gang. It's people that okay, yeah. So I take back what I said at first. What I said at first is debunked. Jesus. True. Because he average, but at the same time, well, I guess you could say you could try, people would try to make the same case for Wilt. Mike wasn't playing nobody, and he was also the best player on his team. He averaged 37 points, so he shot the ball 850,000 times. Shaq, yep, well, I can't hold on, Jimmy High Roller. We ain't gonna say that this was a small consolation prize for his effort, and I don't know why they changed the MVP trophy from this. Like they need to go back to this. This is peak. But Derrick Rose winning MVP in 2011 was nuclear work, bro. The rack was, you know what I'm saying? We love that for D Rose. Yeah, true. I don't I don't know that you can though. 30 different players? I would say maybe like five. Replace him with like Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey. Who else? Mate. I don't know about Trey Young. Possibly Trey Young too. Like a couple guys like that, people that really know how to sell fouls and score points. And yeah, I'll consider it. What was that, bro? I mean that we also not accounting for him doing a whole lot of foul baiting and chewing up a lot of clock. Well, not chewing up a lot of clock, but shooting a whole lot of free throws. So yeah, but I would say that's the difference though between these two. We know that Oklahoma City, well not Oklahoma City, we know that the Warriors back then needed Stephen Curry or the engine didn't run. Do they need Shea Gilly or the engine doesn't run? I can't name 30 people that can do what Shea do, but I can give you two, and I gave you two. Maxi and Brunson, they can do exactly what Shea do. They can go out there and average 30 gang, and they can get to the free throw line. Two guards right there, boom. Because he's the point guard for the team. 2 point guards that can do exactly what Shea do and play minimal defense and have defensive players and shooters around you. Yeah, I think those two people can get it done. You know what I'm saying? Probably with a third possible. Well, I guess you're two in the possible because the possible will be Trey Young. I think they. I don't think they minimize Steph. I think they minimize KD. Some people did minimize Steph though. Some people did minimize Steph. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me not from my move. They did, but Steph was good though. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest, bro. Like Steph's shooting was insane. Of course, Steph was also the most lethal shooter of all time. So I don't really think you can like he turned into that as his team turned good, which is a good thing because it's hard for how would I put this? It's hard for the great player to turn into the great player either when his team is like when it's time for his team to get over the hump because certain players will be like, "Hi, boom," they don't turn into that great player until their team is like very very trash or their team has always been trash. They've always been good, and then they get a good team around them, and then they either get hurt or they are shelling themselves. Kind of right. If we being 100. I get SGA's play style, but you surround Jokic with shooters and people who can play defense. Jokic is in his bag, which is why they won in 2023. So yeah. Shot creator, pick and roll, championship level closer, floor general, feel for the game, deep three ball threat, playmaking maestro. They kind of got the same thing though. Uh, constant the whole constant rim pressure thing is really just foul baiting, but elite decision maker. I guess tempo king, championship level coach. They really have the same thing minus. Well, but Brunson got a midi too though. Don't get it twisted. He not. I don't think he's as good as a mid range shooter as Shea is, but he's nasty with the mid range too. So yeah, That's why I said you could replace him with Brunson. I mean, you could replace Shea with Brunson on the Thunder, and they might do just as good. Or you could replace him with Tyrese Maxey, because all of them kind of hoop the same way, but just different styles. Of course. Yeah, it's about like 4 or 5, maybe. And I can't really name the other two, but let's just say three. It's about three of them now. If we count Jokic, if we count Jokic, it's three and a possible. A more difficult time to win an NBA championship than right now. I don't know about that one, bro. I would go if I'm being honest. I would go from '09, from like '09 to 2014. That run right there, where every team, at least Western Conference, Eastern Conference, you already knew who was mainly coming out of the East, at least for the most part. Even though even then over there was competition too. But in the West, bro, any team could have won it, bro. Any team. No bullshit. Not even lying to you. But I do understand it from the standpoint of this would be, I think, since 2019. Yeah, since 2019, this would be the what, like eighth or ninth team to win a different championship. Nobody has won back to back since the Warriors. Yeah, eighth season. Yeah. Well, see, but even then, bro, from '09, yeah, from '09 to 14, the reason that I'm saying any team could have won it, even though it was Lakers, pretty much Lakers, Heat from the East, and then you had Thunder, Spurs. Still, like the Grizzlies was great during that time. The Clippers had nice teams. The Thunder was decent. Who else was decent during that time? Off the top of my dome, who could I really say? The Lakers kind of fell off after that, but during that time, it was a lot of decent teams, bro. I can't front my move, bro. Dallas was still cool. Like, it was a bunch of teams. Nuggets, like, yeah, it was some teams. Okay, yeah, I'm with him on this. I'm with him on this. Yeah, that's a fact. You do need more pieces from the 09 and 14 era. You really only needed if you had two good super. Well, even then, you still needed. Now I ain't gonna lie, cause back then you needed pieces too. You couldn't just. But I guess you could say the superstars took over more of the game than the person coming off the bench that was like the eighth or ninth man. But even then, you still needed pieces, bro. Like when Bron won them championships game without James Jones, Mike Miller, Ray Allen, like Rashard Lewis, like without them dudes that was hitting shots and all that, you kind of lose that. You might lose that championship from being honest with you. That's true. And defense. You need for you to be a championship level team back then. You didn't really need that great of defense, but you need to be able to play some defense, bro. At least if you want to win a championship now, gang. Like defense definitely wins championships. I'm glad that Jalen Suggs shaved his head too, man, because that looked too nuclear, bro. I think people that say this are being like very facetious. If I'm being honest with you, or being like they heavily trying to undermine the they heavily trying to undermine what the regular season means as far as like placement in the playoffs, matchups, and all that. The regular season means a whole lot, bro. Trust me. That'll be like you saying, yeah, bro. They play 17 games of football. The regular season don't matter. It's all about what you do when you get to the playoffs. No, it's all about who you matching up with too. Because if a team has had your number throughout the regular season and you match up with them and y'all know y'all can't beat them, it's gonna be a problem. You're gonna be facing some. You're gonna be facing a lot of difficulties, bro. What? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I disagree with this take heavily. Like the playoffs has always been more intense than the regular season. With the exception of this Thunder team and Shea Gilly doing the whole foul baiting and the refs overly glazing them. With the exception of that, the referees swallowed a whistle, gang. I don't know if people don't remember this. I get it was 10 years ago, but when LeBron James played Stephen Curry and them in the 2016 NBA Finals, and it went to 7 games, the refs went out there overly blowing their whistles, bro. That wasn't happening, gang. I'm sorry, it wasn't. They wasn't just going, oh yeah, brr, brr, brr. Even for the Miami Heat. You can even go back to Lakers Celtics in the 2010s. No, bro. With the exception of OKC them, because OKC them is overly trash, or not overly trash, but they want to be free throw merchants. We didn't have to watch that game. It's extra competitive. It's always been extra competitive. The playoffs ramp up. I get people try to downplay, but oh, the NBA soft, the NBA super soft, bro. When it comes down to playoff time, all them little lucky foul. You want me to tell you how I know that this is a lie? Look at James Harden every time he gets to the playoffs. Even though James Harden isn't the same James Harden he was in 2017, well 16, 17, 18. But look at James Harden during those times. He was getting to the playoffs then too. All them cutbacks and him doing the follow throughs, people sticking their arm in, and him doing this and him losing the ball. Referees wasn't calling that in the playoffs, bro. That's why he kept losing because his game didn't adjust. So this is a lie, bro. I ain't with you on this one, Jimmy. I mean, if we being 100 though, bro, the criteria changes every time there's a new season. Shea won the MVP this year, gang. I guarantee you, Shea's not gonna win it next year, bro. He's just not. Like I don't know what it is about it, bro, but he won back-to-back MVPs. They're not gonna let Shea win three in a row. It's not gonna happen. Somebody else is gonna win next year. Shea can come out and average 35. They're gonna find a reason to give it to somebody else because the criteria changes every year. Instead of them sticking to the same criteria that they was judging off of, they're going to change it. So I can't blame the NBA fans for that, but you gotta blame the voters. That's why it looks so different and everything changes and it's like, oh, I don't care about this and I don't care about that because those people are making people not care. Of course. I mean, but I don't think that's a new standard though, bro. I think they've been doing that. Like they've been doing this with players like they did it with Chris Paul. They did it and do it with Chris Paul now. They do it with Derrick Rose. They do it with Melo. Like they've been doing this. This has been a thing, bro. Brandon Roy, everybody that's played playoff basketball before but never really got too far and don't have no rings but got certain accolades. They just don't give players that nod because they never been nowhere before. So it's like, oh, why you ban? Which is why, I mean, I've heard Shannon Sharp say this. He's like, he said, yo, any and everybody can get into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Like they let everybody make it in there, which is kind of a true, which is kind of true. It's kind of a fact, but at the same time, it's like you kind of got to be somebody to make it into the Basketball Hall of Fame game, at least. Like, and there are those guys who make it to the Hall of Fame, but you know they make it to the Hall of Fame because they were those dudes. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, you could say the same thing for the NFL. Like most dudes, if you ask the dudes who are like real Hall of Famers, like uh Terrell Owens is in the Hall of Fame, but if you ask Jerry Rice or Randy Moss or even a Shannon Sharp himself, do some of those dudes that they put in the Hall of Fame now deserve to be in there? Probably not. From being 100. certain dudes who don't deserve to be in the Basketball Hall of Fame, but they are in there. Plus, also the Basketball Hall of Fame consists of women too, so it's kind of like murky. You feel what I'm saying? It should be. I feel it should be separate. Not a Basketball Hall of Fame, but the NBA Basketball Hall of Fame, and then the WNBA Basketball Hall of Fame should be two separate things. But I get why they have it under one roof. I don't know. Whatever. Regardless of my difference in opinion, W video Jimmy High Roller. I ain't gonna lie to you. He stay dropping bangers all the time. Let me check some of the comments. Y'all remember when the media was putting with me in the conversation with Bo and Chet Holmgren? Y'all remember that? Bo never really he on top of him being lazy and him fracturing his foot and all that. It's like whatever. They talking about skip the games. Dang boy, skip gambling ad, skip gambling ad. Jimmy, we don't like gambling. Like, come on, is this just a like? Is YouTube just becoming that now, where everybody is like, "Yo, bro, we don't like gambling. We don't like gambling. We don't like gambling. We don't like gambling." This looked like I'm watching Jeff's comments, bro, where they literally bullied him out of doing the gambling sponsor. Like, bro, if he getting his money, let's, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, every comment is about a gambling ad, bro. Jesus Christ. Like, is everybody in the comments Muslim, bro? Gambling ruins lives. Sorry, Jimmy. Start video at 148. Start video at 147. So like, y'all gotta stop putting ads to start so we can wait. Wait, y'all gotta stop putting. Wait, y'all gotta start putting when the ad starts so we can actually skip. I mean, when you hear it, just skip, gang. Skip ad, skip. Everybody's putting skip the gambling ad, skip the gambling ad, skip the gambling ad. No, nobody's posting their thoughts in the comments. Is this all YouTube? Is this all YouTube commenters say? Is skip the gambling ad, bro? Said there you are. Thought you were gone for a second. Skip the gambling ad and stick to your morals. Jesus Christ, bro. There we go. A real comment finally. So I love how everyone collectively uh reckons. Wait, what? Reckons T Mac being on the 2013 Spurs that lost the finals. I mean, he didn't mention that, but I get what he's saying. Um, has been the most intense series so far since Warriors and Cavs. Even more anticipated than the finals itself. Yeah, that's a fact. MJ and Bron discussion made it so rings meant everything. There's so much talent. There's so much talent. Stat pads, rings are what counts to a certain degree. Yeah, if we say it for greatness, yeah, of course. Downright righteous shows big perk. My hot take is that gambling ads have invaded the NBA, and YouTubers converting it is ruining the experience of watching basketball and watching great channels such as yours. I can't say that gambling ads just ruining that experience. I think everybody just has such a bad shtick on gambling, or gambling has such a bad shtick that every. Also, I think all of this too is a half mad concept. Once every if I can bet my bottom dollar, half of the people that put that ad ends at 147, ad ends at 147, 148, 148, 147. Half of these people that's doing this seen somebody else do it and they're doing it too because they want their comment to get likes just like everybody else's comment. They not doing this because they think gambling is bad. They doing this because they see other people saying gambling is bad, so they want to say it too. If I'm being 100 with you, bro, this is it's all like I don't know. I've just seen too many people do that, bro. So it's not that deep, bro. Just skip the ad. Yeah, it's the same thing I said. Like, come on, bro. People forgetting basketball is a team sport. No one player can ever just find great success without a great team, and that's a fact. Honestly, makes the bronze ring crazy. It just changing teams. It still makes it to the finals every year. Uh, Only successful plug and play star. Facts. Jimmy doesn't want to talk about the West Conference Finals. No Magic Johnson mention. Yeah, I did this too. No Magic Johnson. No Magic Johnson mention was crazy. I'm crying. Why should I care? It doesn't seem like you do. Team Mac never made it past the first round. My boy Jimmy saving lives with his post time. Thank you, YouTube, for the jump ahead feature. W's, man. There's W's all around the board, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. W's and me high roller. That's the end of the stream, though, y'all. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all very, 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 very much. You dig me? Oh my God, bro. I'm just gonna eat it. Not even gonna do all that. Come on, bro. Okay, I'm not even gonna. I don't even care no more. Don't care that bad at all. Glad it did that.